Welcome as you are, as you were, as I want you to be, as a friend, as a friend, as I know it'll be. Hurry up, take your time, don't be late, the choice is yours. Memory, yeah. Hey, Tivies, who is Psychic Bob? Well, welcome to Tuesday. And you know what that means? It's time for messages from the spirit world. Woo, girl, I'm cranking out some Nirvana songs here. You know, I was watching the interview with Kurt Cobain. It makes me sad. I really liked him, you know, and I'm so sad that somebody from my generation, I'm from Generation X, and Kurt Cobain and I are about the same age. He was 60, born in 67. I was born in 68. And it's sad that we don't have him here, you know. But anyways, I love his music. He'll live forever through his music. And you know, in the spirit world, he's jamming. I mean, can you imagine the great concerts in the spirit world? You know? So Riku says, hey, get the party started. Yay. Oh my gosh. Well, it's so good to see you. We got a lot of great people here tonight. Steph Phantom's here. Jay Whippet's here. Yay. Sarah J's here. Julie Horvath's here. Born in 69. Yay. Generation X. All right. You know, it's funny because when I first learned about Generation X, we were still on the scene. And now there's Generation Y and Generation Z, millennials. I'm like, we're Generation X. I guess we're getting old. I don't care. I'm still rocking, you know. You know, it's funny, but you're talking about life and aging and changing. And, you know, it's weird because when I was younger, I'm just curious about this. I've been thinking about this lately. When I look at pictures of my parents when they were my age, they look like older people. And they lived very conservative, older people. You would not have found my father at 52 out going to rock concerts and partying and jamming. You wouldn't see it. And I look at pictures and like physically, I don't look like my age. And I certainly don't look like my parents looked when they were my age. It was just interesting, you know, how time flies, you know. Hey, Kim Osborne, you're 67 too. Oh my gosh. Isn't that something? Amy says her parents are Generation X. Well, see, this is the weird thing. I'm at an age now where it's like, you know, it's like there are people that are generation after me that are already adults now. Wow, and that's something. Yeah, Gav Hines. Hey, Gav, good to see Keith Moon, Bob on drums. I'd love to have seen him smash the drum kit up. Yeah. Well, you know, I just watched. I'll have to. We'll go look it up anyways. There's a MTV Live Unplugged did a concert back in 1993 with Nirvana, and they have the song I was singing, Come As You Are, on their live. It's really great. Kurt Cobain's amazing because it's like live unplugged. So there's no recording track. It's pure like him and just with his guitar. So good. Anyways, yeah. And they had a drummer on there too. So I think you're talking about Keith. He was there, I think. So it's funny, you know, how time goes. I was watching this. It was in 1993. I was like, oh, 1993. And I'm like, wait, 93 was, how many years ago was that? 26 years ago now? 27 years? Oh, my goodness gracious. Where does time go? Anyways, well, you know what they say. Time flies when you're having fun. But, you know, hey, Jack Harkness says, I'm 24, but mentally I feel much older. That's how I was, Jack. You know what? I literally say this, and I tell people in sincere, I say, you know, when I reached 40, I never had the midlife crisis a lot of people do, because I did that when I was like 24, 25 years old. I'm like you, I always felt older. And now that I am actually the age I felt when I was like that age, I feel young again. So I don't know. Age is just a number. It was just something I've been thinking about, but I'm so glad you're here. And we're going to do readings. For those of you who are new here, because we probably have some new people, any new people in the house tonight want to identify? Well, welcome to you guys, and welcome to everybody who's come out tonight. Tuesday is what we call Messages from the Spirit World. This used to be a pre-taped show, and now I do it live because I love the energy of doing it live. I think it's a lot of fun. And I know some people have said to me, gee, I wish you'd get back to pre-taping it. We liked hearing the letters. Yeah, I like that. We may eventually do that, too. But for right now, it seems to be most people are wanting it live. So that's how we do it. So hi, Francis Lloyd and Cal. Bear with me. I'm going to get to your questions just a little while, okay? So, but before we get into that, I got a few important announcements for you. If you have not done so or seen it, pop over to my website, PsychicBob.com. My latest artwork is available for free download. This is called Eye of the Sun God. And as of today, it is now available at my merch store in a t-shirt form. So if you really like this and want to wear a cool happening shirt, I don't have the t-shirt, but it'd be like, t-shirt would be like this. It'd be black and I'll have the painting on it. Really cool. Psychic Bob's art t-shirts are all the rage. Thank you to those of you who've been coming out and buying the t-shirts and saying how much you enjoy them. So hi, Steph. Steph Phantom loves this. Yeah, this is done in a we call neo-expressionist style. And neo-expressionism became very big in the 1980s. I guess that's why I like it. I'm an 80s buff. But anyways, yeah, so this is to represent that the eye of the sun god is watching us. And it's, if you go to my web store, the merch store below this video when it processes, or below any of my videos, I write a whole article about this painting, about how it represents a celebration of life. Thank you, Justin C. Thank you, Sora Riku. So, hi, Amy White. Good to see you. Hi, Kim. Kim Osborne's here. I like each and every one of you. Blessings to you all. Oh, and that's sweet. Yeah, well, we're all a family here, Yay, Cindy Fitzgerald's here. Yay, Cindy. Good to see you. Your buddy Kim's here. Hey, Pua Pua. Good to see you. Maria Zarate. Good to see you. Colleen Radaba. Yay. Thank you, Colleen. She said this is cool. So if you like this and want to get a free copy, I'm giving it away free. Yes, you can get your own free download print of this at my website, PsychicBob.com. So just go to that link below this video, or if you see right there below my finger, there's PsychicBob.com. So you can get this, print a copy out, frame it, give it to a friend, makes a wonderful gift. It's also, a lot of people wrote to me and yesterday they saw this, they said, hey, Bob, that's like, could that be the evil eye to protect us from evil? And I say, absolutely. The eye of the eye of God is the eye that fights evil. So this is a powerful evil eye protection painting as well. Yay! Joshua Baltimore is here. Good to see you. And he said, downloaded just now. It's like, well, I love it. Thank you for sharing that. Gav Hines says, hey, people, smash that like button and let YouTube know you want Bob's channel to grow. Please, I do need your support because there are forces at work that want to stop Spirit Channel and stop Psychic Bob. And, I'm not letting that happen. So I'm so glad you're here. Anyway, so, hi, Davy Jan. Good to see you. What with the question? Wait with the question. Yeah, hold on. We're going to get to questions, guys. All right, just wait a second. If you put them up now, I'm not going to see them. So I'll tell you when to start putting up questions. All right. So also, I always forget, but a lot of people have been writing me, says, Psychic Bob, you used to have books available. We never hear you talk about them. And the truth is, I keep forgetting. I've got so much to remember when I do a video. But I am a published author, and I don't want to save this to the end because I'll forget. So I have a number of books that are also available at my website, PsychicBob.com. So you go over there and get Ouija Mysteries, the Spirit Board Seances, about my work with the Ouija board. We've got Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom. That's available. It's about my years of Wiccan life and reflection. We also have Messages from Rose, probably my favorite book, about my early years as a psychic and my adventures. So there are a few other books too. These are just the ones I have. But if you go to PsychicBob.com, you can get my books as well. Because a lot of you said, Psychic Bob, I want to read books and I want to learn about spiritual things. That's a great thing to do. So why don't you start with some of Psychic Bob's books? All right. Because if you're with me every day, like so many of you are, and thank you for being here, it means the world. But if you're with me every day and you want to know more about my life as a psychic, read my books, because my books capture some of my life and my experiences and my thoughts, you know. Hi, Kim. Kim says, I shared this channel with my patient who had an NDE, and I'm only the one he smiles and gets happy. And I'm the only one he smiles and getting happy. Kim, I want to address that just for a second, because that's really seriously important. I'm very honored that you shared this, and I hope that your patient will watch this. And if you're out there watching, sir, I would like to let you know, I assume is it a man, Kim? I think it's a man. But if you're out there, you are welcome to come here. This is a place where we explore the mysteries of life and death and afterlife, the spirit, because there is another world. And Kim, I'm so thankful that you were able to share what we do here, because NDEs, whether they're positive or negative, ultimately are positive. So I'm curious, Kim, maybe you can tell me, did he have a positive experience? And if he had a scary experience, maybe we can talk about that with him. So, but remember this, your soul is always on a journey. And anybody who's had an NDE, take that and understand there's such deep truths. Sometimes it takes a while for it to all come to the surface. But here's a place where you can talk about it, share it, and know that you're safe here. We don't allow any drama or hatefulness on this channel. And those of you who've been here long enough, you know when the troublemakers come in, we just shut them down. We don't even give them a voice, you know. Kim says he struggles with being back. Oops, hold on, just went by. And wants to go back. You know, Kim, I understand that. It is so beautiful on the other side that it's hard for us. Tell him, though, that he has to stay here, that, trying to get back there won't get him there. Okay? Let him know that he's back for a purpose. And I know what it's like to be homesick, because I've been in that. I had my own near-death experience once. And that light of the other side, you'll never forget it. Anyways, I'm going to send up good thoughts his way. And if you want to connect him and I, and maybe I can help him process some of that. And I'm sure he's in good hands with you. But if you need some help, let me know. Okay. Misty Hayes says, hey, Bob, I've been watching your shows for a while and wanted to thank you for your insights. Misty, thank you so much. I created this channel as a place that we could gather, because where else can you go in our modern day materialistic, atheistic, judgmental world that you can actually sit and talk to people about truth, what's really true? So much of the world's into flash. I have the latest car. I got the latest designer bag. I got the latest clothes. And there's nothing wrong with all that. I love all that stuff. I love to shop, and I love designer goods too, as much as anybody. But the truth is, at the end of the day, that's not the focus of my life. And I realized, years ago when I was seeking that, when I was younger, I was brought up with the mindset, like so many of us are, work hard, go to school, go out, make a lot of money, then you'll be happy. Well, I pursued all that. I worked in the corporate world for many years. A lot of you don't know that. I've been a psychic for over 30 years, but full time, it's been probably about 12, 13 years now since I've gone full time without having to work a day job. But before that, I worked psychic work in the evenings and on weekends, and would go to psychic fairs and travel around. But since I went full time, I have time to devote my whole life to this. And, it's a calling, what I do. And Misty, I'm so honored that you appreciate it and that you watch. So thank you for being here, So hold on just a second. We got some stuff here. So we are going to answer questions here in just a few moments. But I thought what we could do tonight is maybe, if you're open to it, let's practice that meditation again. Do you guys remember the blink meditation we've been trying to do the last 2 weeks? I know a lot of you said you've been challenged by it. And I'm curious if you've been trying it. So I'm going to teach you, for those of you who are new here, this is a type of meditation, which is, we call it a blink meditation. Now, a lot of times to open our psychic channels, it takes time where we have to bring the light through us and open it. And that's wonderful. We've been doing that a lot over the last year here. But there's sometimes, like, for example, Kim Osborne gets in situations where she needs to tune into an emergency situation and she doesn't have time to meditate. Kim, I'm using you as an example. I hope you don't mind, because I think that this is really great, especially for somebody in your position. And what you want to do is, and I'm going to teach you this if you haven't done it. So those of you who have done it will know this. But what you do is you basically close your eyes for just a brief second and you visualize, like count to 3 or count down from 3. 3, 2, 1. And when you get to 1, you visualize your entire body instantly filling with light, as if somebody just turned on a light switch. You know when you turn on a light switch and the whole room is just instantly a light? Well, you can do that interiorly, internally. And so, hey, Davy Jan. Davy Jan says, I've been trying it and I started to like it so much. Yeah, it's a new technique, but it's very nice, because as much as I love to meditate, even in my life, sometimes I can't do it, because a lot of times when I'm in public, people will recognize me. You know, it's funny, over the last few years, I've become very well known because of YouTube and also television and radio shows I've done. So people recognize me in public and they come up to me and want a reading on the street. And I try to help people where I can. Hey, Angela Locks there, good to see you. So we're going to try the blink meditation here. Okay. So what I want you to do is just close your eyes with me and we're going to count down. Okay. And when we get to 1, we're going to blink on. All right. Let's try it. Just see if you can do it. All right. So close your eyes. When we get to 1, you're going to blink on. So we're going to count down. 3, 2, 1, blink. There you go. Did you do it? Okay. Alice now said, oh, I think it's relaxing. Yay. Moon Fox says, wow, that's very interesting. Maria H is giving me big hearts. Yay. Thank you. If you had trouble with that, don't feel bad. It takes a while to learn that, but it's a great technique. And it's one that no other psychics taught. This is something I created, the blink meditation. And I think it's so powerful, you know. Scotty Boy says, am I still here? Yeah, it's like it can be a little intense till you get used to doing it. So if you do the blink meditation and you feel a little like a discombobulated, just clap your hands. That'll ground you into your body, because it kind of can be disjarring for some people. Okay. Trash Cat Destroyer says, wait, you actually just blink? You can actually, if you want practice using your eyes also to trigger that. But generally I do it with my eyes closed and I count down. When I say blink, I mean blink on internally, blink on the light inside of you. But if you can do it by blinking your eyes and make that happen, hey, that's cool too, you know. Kim Osborne says it works, and so good, especially when things get intense at work, and it works. Thank you, Kim, for that confirmation. Well, we're going to jump in here and see what this, oh, I'm sorry, forgive me. My spirit guide, Fletcher, I just heard his voice back here, and he said, you didn't tell people I was here. He got a fit. Sorry, Fletcher. My spirit guide, Fletcher, is back here, and he says hello to all of you. Yeah, you can open your eyes real simple, Jada. You don't have to keep them closed. When you do the blink meditation, you close them until you blink on, and then you open it. So it should be very quick. Okay. All right. Hold on just a sec. I got some questions fly by here. All right. All right. Trash Cat Destroyer just did the meditation. Thank you. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. All right. Our first person tonight is Angela Locke. Any messages, please, Bob? Hi, Angela. Good to see you. You know, Angela, I have to tell you, I keep hearing Archangel Michael back here. His wings are fluttering. I literally hear sound of wings. And he said, I'm coming in to get her ready to go. It looks like there's some travel coming here, and he's going to be pushing you out in the next month on some voyages. It's interesting. I keep getting Ireland around you. I don't know if you've been there yet, but I'm seeing that. And I keep seeing you go back to Spain. So I feel like from now until June, this is going to be travel time for you. And Spirit says they're taking you traveling so you can start to plan your transition. So I want you to call Archangel Michael because he's working with you. And I think that, you know, as we get to around June time, could come up some opportunities to seriously put down some roots somewhere here. So you're definitely at a turning point. Don't be afraid. Archangel Michael is guiding and leading you. Okay. Good to see you. I hope that makes sense. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. A lot of you saying hi to Fletcher. Thank you so much. All right. Oops, hold on a second here. Okay. Stranger Things once. Hi, Bob. Do I have mediumship? I'm an empath, so I can feel spirits, but seeing them, it happens rarely. Stranger Things 1, yes, you do have gift of mediumship. You have clairvoyance and you have what we call clairsentience. Clairsentience is that empathic ability, but I do feel you have a visual connection. I want you to watch your dreams because I feel like you're going to start getting very vivid dream energy, dream images, and that's going to be the first step to where you'll start to see them in waking consciousness. And one of the things you might want to do is, like, if you're feeling a spirit presence and you don't see it, just close your eyes and see if you can visualize it, because a lot of times they'll imprint their image on your visual cortex of your brain, and you may start to see a face. Even if you don't see it out in the room, you'll know, like, oh, it's over in that part of the room. Let me just close my eyes and tune in, and you'll start to make that connection, okay? Yeah, you definitely have mediumship going on there, okay? Blessings to you. All right. Hope that helps. Our next question, Lenny S. By the way, I got to tell you guys, you know, listen to everybody's question. If I don't get your question, it doesn't mean I don't like you. I'm just trying to handle a lot. And so don't take it as some sort of like that Bob doesn't like me. It's nothing against anybody. It's just a numbers thing. And if you listen to everybody's message, Spirit can work through other people's messages to reach you. I've had a lot of people say to me, "Say, Bob, you read for so-and-so, but I swear that message was meant for me." And the answer is yes, it was meant for you. So pay attention, okay? Lenny asks, good to see you. Lenny says, are there any messages for me, Bob, either from a family member or I'd love to hear from either my spirit guides, Mir or Anu? Thank you, bunches. Hi, Lenny. Good to see you. I'm getting two voices back here. Let me see who this is. Yeah, I'm getting Mir back here. And they're asking me to tell you to not have fear. It looks like you're crossing through a time of transition here. And you're holding on to some fear. Hold on, I'm having allergies and sinuses. Can you guys step back just a little bit? Sometimes I get asthmatic and sinusitis when I'm reading. It's a sinus spirit presence. Yes. So Mir says that you're at a time of transition, that this is not a time to be fearful, and that they're walking with you. I also get another voice here that's on your dad's side of the family. I'll call grandfather on the father's side, I believe. But I get another man back here on your dad's side of the family. And he said that he's being a guardian as well. I want you to watch. It looks like the end of April shows some opportunity for transition here. Could come up like even a move or some travel. But they're both saying not to be afraid, just to go forward. So with this transition, I think, kind of puts you on a new path here, because I feel like really from April all the way to December, it's all about you kind of stepping into your power, stepping into new opportunities. Looks like some career opportunities and also education. And I don't remember if you're going to school, but I keep seeing books under your arm as if you're learning. So definitely a learning time. But call on both of your, well, Anu and Mir, but I'm hearing Mir today, but I know Anu's with you. And then call on this grandfather on your father's side, okay? They're with you as well. I hope that makes some sense and helps. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Oops, hold on. We got messages flying by faster than I count them. Okay. Okay. Francis Lloyd Ecknall, please tell me if you perceive something about me coming from the spirit world. And I definitely love to know if I have abilities for this. I've had dark experiences, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Francis, I got to tell you, when I'm walking into your vibration right now, I'm getting purple light coming all around you. Purple light in the aura means that you definitely have a gift of mediumship here. Now, the reason why it's probably been, scary for you is that you've also drawn earthbound souls to you. I feel that you've had some spirits that were what we call lower vibration. These are usually souls that have died but have not crossed over to the light, so they hang around the earth. A lot of them are depressed, a lot of them have emotional issues, and I think that you've had some experiences with that. But please don't let that turn you off of mediumship, because mediumship has a whole range. Think of the spirit world as the light spectrum. It goes from dark to light, kind of like the color wheel or the spectrum wheel. It really is unlimited. There's an awful lot of good spirits that you can connect with. So you do have the gifts of clairvoyance, clairsentiency, and clairaudience. I'm hearing voices, meaning that they're saying you can hear their voices as well. So what I want you to do is I want you to talk to one of your spirit guides. I keep getting around you a man in spirit. He gives me the name of Thomas, and he said he's one of your guides, and he was a psychic medium. He says in the 1950s and the 1960s. He lived in England. He has a connection to Brighton, England, which is I believe on the coast of England. Any British people there, correct me if I'm getting it wrong, but he keeps saying Brighton, and I think he's talking about the coast. And he's coming in to work with you to help you embrace your ability. Okay. So yes, those are your abilities. Anyways, I'm curious to hear if you've been hearing spirit voices or if you've heard them in the past, because I'm getting a lot of noise around you now, like tapping on the walls, voices talking. I think you have a real gift. You're really kind of on the edge of what we call physical mediumship as well. Okay, but Thomas is working with you to help you. I hope that helps a little bit. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. All right. Woo. Flying by here. All right. Goodness gracious. All right. Christian Castillo. Hi, Christian. Hi, PsychicBob. Blessings. Do I have any past lives in different planets? Well, that's a really good question. And the answer is yes. You actually have a connection to the planet Venus. I know people say there's no life on Venus. Yes, there is. It's at a higher frequency. And that you lived one of your lives on Venus. I know that. You also have a very ancient Martian connection as well. Mars also has life on it, but it's all gone underground because there was a nuclear war on Mars a few thousand years ago, or probably over 100,000 years ago. It's been quite a while, but there is still life on both of those planets. On Venus, the life is more ethereal. It's more spiritually based, whereas on Mars, it's more physical. And, they're living underground. But you have connection to both of those planets. And I tell you, Christian, I wouldn't be surprised if you actually start seeing UFOs literally, because particularly the big Venusian motherships, I get that you actually traveled on those in one of your former lives, and they still have those today. They have these ships from planet Venus that are literally like 2 miles long. Can you imagine a ship that massive, like 2 miles of one ship? We don't have anything on Earth like it, but you traveled on it. So yes, both of those planets. I hope that helps. Blessings to you. Hi, B. LeClaire. Good to see you. Any messages from Spirit or my spirit guides? Thank you. B. LeClaire, I have to tell you, I keep getting around you, Edgar Casey back here. I'm hearing his voice. And he said, I'm pushing them to schooling or to education. So it looks at your turning time where you're going to be taking some schooling. I actually don't know this is necessarily career oriented. I think it actually could be related to metaphysical learning, such as taking some psychic development classes or meditation or Reiki, but there's something here. And Edgar Casey said you have a natural connection to spirit. So he's talking about mediumship. So I'd like you to explore taking some psychic development, I think you're really there. Okay. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. All right. Blessings. Catherine M. Hi, Psychic Bob. Do you have any messages for me? Much gratitude. XOXO. Hi, Catherine. So good to have you here. Let me see. Somebody's talking to me back here. It's Doris. My other spirit guide, Doris Stokes. She's back here. Catherine, Doris said she wants to help you. She said, tell Catherine that she's ready to expand her communication with us. And she's asking me to tell you that not only your psychic gifts are increasing, but that you're going to be drawing to yourself people who are spiritually seeking knowledge. So you yourself will find that people will ask you for spirit messages. And you might say, what, me? Oh my gosh. Listen, if you're working with your guides, just ask her to help you. And so when somebody comes up to you and this is how they'll come up to you and they'll say, oh, my mother died last week. I'm so depressed. You just say, Doris, do you have anything for that person? And you'll hear a voice come to you and it'll say, tell her that her mother, is not suffering with that heart attack anymore. She's out of the body. And you'll say that person, she's not having any pain with the heart attack. And the person will say, oh my God, how'd you know she had a heart attack? I never told you. But see, the spirit tells you. You don't have to know. You just let the spirit tell you. But Doris is working around you. She said she's excited to work with you. Okay? There you go. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. Okay. Let's see. Lisette Diaz. Hi, Bob. Any messages from loved ones on the other side? Does my grandmother have a message for me? Hi, Lisette. Hold on. I've got a few people walking around back here. Doris is going to help me on this. Doris, do you have anything for Lisa? Yeah, you got her grandmother back there? Okay. Lisa, I think this is the grandmother. Forgive me if I'm on the wrong side, but I'm getting this on the mother's side, the family back here. I think that's the grandmother's come through on the mom's side. I hear this woman, she said, I've cooked up a good meal. She said, Lisette never eats properly. And she's just on you because she wants you to have some good food. But she's back here in spirit to say she's guiding you. Looks like she's asking me to talk to you about the month of May. And she says more money in May. So it looks like you're going to get a financial blessing in May. And she's helping that to come through to you. But she's around you and she's feeding you. And she said, I'm not making junk food. She said everything from scratch. And I think when she was alive, she's very particular about her food. Well, she's getting you some quality food. Don't be surprised you get a dinner invitation to somebody's house and they cook food just like your grandmother, because that's sometimes how the spirits work. They will put us in a situation where they'll communicate. Like, so somebody will say, Lisa, come over for dinner. And you go over and they make your grandmother's dish she used to always make. And you're like, oh my God, it tastes just like grandmother's. That's your grandmother's presence, okay? So she's going to show herself through food and more money in May. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, somebody just donated $5. Thank you for your donation. Okay. That's Miss on Alex 2, $5. Hi, Bob. Are there any messages from my guides? Let me find out. Doris, are there any guides for Mason Alex? Okay. Interesting. Mason Alex, you have a guardian angel that's back here. And this angel gives me the name of Remel. Remel, R-E-M-E, they print it R-E, excuse me, I got to get the name. R-H-E-M-E-L, Remel. And Remel is one of your guardian angels, and it's a male entity angel. And he's coming in because he said that the words he says, your light is on. And so you're at a time where you're starting to see things clear. Ramel says, put aside the past because you've been holding on to some fear that's holding you back here. And Ramel says, you don't have to be afraid. Go for it. I get the sense this may be connected to some career growth or transition here, because he's literally showing you looking at a resume and walking into a building. It looks like you're going to a job interview. So Ramel is guiding you through this time of transition. Ramel is guiding you through interviews. Ramel is protecting you in any situation that's a little scary right now. So call on Ramel, R-H-E-M-E-L. I think that's how he spelled it. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Blessings to you. All right. Hold on just a second. Okay. Raise your vibe. Hey, Bob, I've been super, oops, went by too quick. Hey, Bob, I've been super depressed. Do my guides have any messages for me? You know, Razor, I got to tell you right now as I'm walking in your frequency, I got Fletcher back here in my ear. And he told me to tell you, he said, please don't give up. Fletcher said that you're at a turning point. And he said that he personally wants to help you because you've been in a kind of a blocked position here. And he said this last month for you has been feeling like an uphill struggle, but you're almost done with the struggle. It looks like there's kind of an energy here of kind of a fresh start as we break over into March. So you've got about a week until things improve. But they keep showing me in March there's some issue here around communication opening. It looks like you've been feeling isolated or not able to communicate with somebody. And this has been making you feel like depressed. And my spirit guide Fletcher said he wants to come to help you personally. So, you know, I'd say take it because Fletcher's pretty good. If he's going to help you through this transition, you want to take it. But he's around you. Okay, yes. Also, he's asking me to tell you that you have another guide here. Yes, it's Archangel Raphael as well as around you. And so Fletcher's going to help you. Archangel Raphael's going to help you. But really, as we turn into March, there's a sense of freedom. It's like you end something here. Maybe it's a relationship, and I'm not sure what this is, but I'm getting this block in communications, and that block is removed. And whether it's an issue, whether you stay connected to that person or you go away, doesn't so much matter as that you feel free. And so there's a lot of healing energy. And Raphael says that he's coming into the words, restore your trust in humanity and restore your trust in yourself. So call on both of them, Fletcher and Raphael, okay? There's also another person I'm getting back here in spirit. I think this is actually a relative. I'm going to call this a great-grandmother on the father's side. So it would be your father's grandmother, it would be your great-grandmother. She's back here as well. And she said that when she was younger, she said, I struggle with the emotional part of my life. And she said, this runs in our family. And she's talking to me about that you have had some recurring issues with this. And she said, don't be afraid. She said, you're going to come through, and she's helping you. You might even want to, you know, maybe see a doctor just temporarily for, you know, just some short-term, maybe antidepressants as well. Because this does seem like it could be a biochemical issue as well. But your great-grandmother on your father's side is with you and helping you. And you've got Fletcher and you got Raphael. And as I say, as we get into March, it improves, okay? I hope that makes some sense. Blessings to you. Hang in there. You're here, and talk to everybody because we're all a family here, okay? All right. All right, hold on just a second. Angelic Born Mom, 1979. Hi, Bob. Are there any messages for my great Aunt Bessie? You know, I have to tell you, Angelic, I'm not picking her up for some reason. Doesn't mean she doesn't love you, but I'm just not getting her today for some reason. But what's interesting is I am getting another voice here around you. This is the thing about mediumship. I can't always get everybody in, but sometimes other people come. But I'm also getting around you here a spirit guide that's around you. And the name that I keep getting is Suriel, S-U-R-I-L, Suriel. It's the name of one of your spirit guides, an angel who's around you. And Suriel says that they're coming in to help you also to expand your power. And it looks like you do have some mediumship around you as well. And that's going to be expanding in the next few months. So Suriel's working with you and sending blessings over. I'm sorry, I'm not getting your aunt in. Don't take that as she doesn't love you, doesn't want to come here. Sometimes it's just a frequency thing. I can't get the frequency. And I'm always honest about it. So anyways, but Suriel's working with you. And you will hear from your aunt, okay? But just... I'm not getting it today. I'm sorry. You know, this is the thing, as I said, being a medium, I wish I could just instantly have everybody. If I could do that, ooh, I'd tell you that would be great, but I can't. Oh, somebody just donated $10. Sherry, thank you so much for your donation. You know, Sherry, I have to tell you, you know, it's interesting because on my screen, your button is showing up with a beautiful golden yellow light. And I think that's interesting that you have that color appearing, because that's the color I'm getting around you in your aura. This tells me that you're at a time of following inspiration. And golden light means it's your time to shine. I want you to watch here, because the end of March going into the beginning of April seems like a time of great growth for you. Literally, that gold light means you're drawing to yourself people that want to help you, or that want to help you move forward. And I think that the latter half of this year, once we go from June to December, that's a big growth time. But it starts around, April timeframe for you. And it looks like there may be some issues also with you with a move that's coming. And what's strange is I almost feel like there could even be like a long distance move. I don't know if you've just moved or you've done a long distance move, but I'm getting like I'm on an adventure, and it's literally like, okay, I'm ready just to go across the country. It's like, and everybody's like, oh my God, Sherry, that's a big step. But you're ready for a move now. You're ready for more financial blessing. And most of all, you're ready to follow your inspiration. So yellow light means the higher mind. And it means what you're perceiving is where your power is. Okay? I hope that helps a little bit. Thank you for your donation. I'm so glad you're here. Blessings to you. Oh my goodness. Gosh, we have so many people here tonight. How fun this is. Okay. Okay. Sora Rico, hi. Good to see you. My question is, can you tell me what my past life was before I got into life? I'd really like to learn about it, because I also do research about the life that I lived. I can do research about the life I lived previously. Let me see. Fletcher, do you have anything on that? My spirit guide wants to show me something here. Yeah, I see it. Sora, you lived in the 1940s. You were actually a nurse. And you actually died on an aircraft carrier. You were a military nurse. You were in the Navy, I believe. And you were on an aircraft carrier or a ship, and it was, you died in the bomb. It was like literally the Japanese, what they do that? They suicide mission when they bomb the planes. Anyways, their planes go into ships and it sunk them. You were one of the people on one of those ships. You died, but you had a healer life theme in that life. And I want you to research World War II battleships that were kamikaze. That's the word. That were hit by kamikazes. That's where you died in your last life. But you were a nurse. You're female. You were young. You're only about 26 when you crossed. And that's one of the reasons you're back, is to live a longer life. I do believe you are carrying over a healer theme as well in this life. Okay. Hope that helps. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, we got more donations. Somebody else donated tonight. Misty, hey, thank you for your donation. Hi, Misty. Misty says, hey, Bob, can you shed some light on my relationship? It ended very badly, and I'd like some guidance. So, Misty, I'm so sorry that that's happened to you. Let me tell you, one of the things, well, let me just put it this way. You're at a time of great growth. You're at a time where you're being called to be a mystical traveler. And that end of that relationship was Spirit's way of taking out of your life that which was holding you back. Now, I know that's devastating. And you're saying, Bob, that was horrible. Why'd you say that? Sometimes the truth is that Spirit will take us out of situations that are limiting us and holding us back. And I feel that around that relationship, there was almost an energy of, dare I say, neglect or abuse. It was a total sense of shutdown around you. Like this person was shutting down and they wanted you to shut down. And Spirit's calling you to much greater things. I'm so sorry that happened. But and I'll tell you right now, I don't think it's time for you to jump into a new relationship, because I feel that your energy right now is all about healing and focusing on, some of your spiritual work, because you definitely have a spiritual mission. You're being called to service. Now, how you do that's up to you, but I do feel that this time of transition, probably from about now till June for you, is a time of learning. It's a time of education. It's a time of self-nurturing. And I think that by June, you'll be in a place where you'll be able to be in a more positive relationship. Now, if you're starting to see somebody, now I'm not saying throw them out, but I just feel like energetically it's going to be hard for you to be in a solid relationship until June. Okay, so take your time with anybody that you meet and focus on you and your healing. Okay. I hope that helps a little bit. I'm so sorry you're going through it, but it is ultimately meant to be a blessing for your life in the long term. See, because if you had gotten into that relationship and stayed with it, it had taken you off your path. You know, you would have lost your way, you'd have lost your focus. And I hate to say it, but I even feel that there could have been an issue, an addiction issue around your partner. Now, it may not have been drugs, it could have been anger addiction or, you know, some sort of other issue, but I just get them being in kind of a loop that they couldn't get out of. And you didn't cause it and you didn't have to stay in it. And even though it ended and it was painful, you're free. And you know, freedom's worth an awful lot. It's better to be alone than to be with somebody who destroys your life. And try to remember that. Even though it's hard and you feel alone at times and it's scary, you've won because you made the step and the commitment to move forward. So don't look back to it. Don't go back to it. Just go forward. Okay. I hope that helps, darling. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, we got more donations. Ramona, 9954. Yeah, hi, Ramona. Oh my gosh, that's my buddy Ramona. $14.99 donation. Oh, you're so sweet. And you're all in red. That's love energy, darling. You know, I think on a soul level, sometimes we choose our colors online because they represent something we're working on. And in your case, I'm telling you, that's love energy around you. So yes, I do feel there's love for you. I have to tell you, I think that in terms of relationships, May is significant around you. I wish I could say before. I think right now that the challenge that you're up against, Ramona, is that there are a lot of guys who like you, but none of them are your level because you got your act together, you know? And I think that a lot of the men that are approaching you or that want to talk to you, they're players, okay? They put up a good front, they're fronting, but they don't have substance. So I'm going to caution you right now, be very careful with anybody that's approaching you in romance. I don't see a relationship, or I should say the type you really want, until about May this year. And I see a gentleman coming in. And what's interesting is he has a connection. It's interesting, he has a connection to the healthcare field. He may himself actually be a medical tech or a nurse because I'm seeing scrubs on him. I don't think he's a doctor, but he could be. But I think he's more like a nurse, like emergency room or something like that. But I'm getting somebody in scrubs. Very nice gentleman. Tall, a little heavy set, not fat, but it's more like muscle bulk. He's a little bulked out. Has a little bit of a goatee. Nice looking man. Very, very professional speaking. His hands are very well kept. I think he works in emergency and he handles a lot of medical stuff. So he's very clean, very precise hands. But I see a connection around May. I don't think he works in the same place you are. I think he works at a different facility. But I do feel that he has a connection to the medical field. And I see you actually meeting him. Now, don't hate me. This will be an online connection. I believe he's local to where you're living, but you end up meeting online. So I want you to be open to that, okay? But May is where it's coming for you. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Blessings to you. What a treat. I've known Ramona a long time. All right. Kate Pigeon. Oh my gosh, Kate, you're so sweet. $4.99. Hi, Bob. Any guidance regarding moving this year in regards to relationship? Thank you. Well, let me tell you, Kate, yes on both. You're ready to move on, darling. You know, everything in your aura today is very much transcendent and glowing. You have a lot of white light, you got a lot of gold light. You have what I call moving auras, like you're moving like sparkles and flashes of light. So that means you're really building energy right now for transition. In terms of moving, I feel like from June to the end of the year, second half of the year is stronger around that. I think if you try to jump in it right today, you might hit some walls there. So let's just let it rest a little bit, because I feel like you've got kind of two doses of energy. One is in terms of relationship. I feel like you are moving into a relationship this year. Again, June to the end of the year. It's funny, I don't know if you're going to get the move or get the romance first, but I'm going to say probably the move, because I see you getting settled, and then it's like you're ready for a relationship. So in terms of actual timing, could be a little delay, could be June, but I'm going to say July. It's like literally like by June there's a move, and then July is a relationship. So I think you're ready on both fronts for that. Okay. I hope that helps. Thank you for being here. Blessings to you. Okay. Wonderful. Oh my gosh, another donation. Wow, we got so many donations here. FLZZKR Glue. I don't know if I'm saying that, but thank you for your donation of $5. All right, FLZ, Flez. Let me step into your frequency. Hold on just a moment. You know, I'm getting around you a little bit of dark blue light, and that tells me you've been feeling blocked, maybe a little bit of depression around you. Don't panic, because that's followed by brilliant, bright silver light. This tells me you've been in a holding pattern financially, and I want you to watch, because literally, as we get to the end of March, that's a time of transition. Could be a new job offer coming to you, or like some type of increase, but I feel you're ready for transition in the work area, and you'll get some more money by the end of March. So, you know, what I'd say to you is don't just stay content, be pushing a little bit. I know when you're kind of feeling overwhelmed, it's hard, but I do see growth for you this year, end of March. Okay. I hope that helps. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. Okay. All right. Melinda Tournay. Hi, Psychic Bob. Are there any messages from Spirit? Hi, Melinda. You know, I keep hearing voices here that are coming in when I said your name. There's a man back here, and he says, I'm here for Melinda. And I get this as, I mean, now he feels very fatherly. I don't think he's a father, but he's a spirit guide, actually. He was almost like a father. And he reminds me of a gentleman. He's dressed in kind of like, you know how men in the 1940s and 50s wore like the fedora hats and trench coats and suits. They're more formally dressed. That's how he dresses. He gives the name of Tim. Timothy, I think was the name, but he goes by Tim. And he says, I'm Tim. And he says, I'm a guide to Melinda. And he said that he's helping you now. He says, get unstuck, because it looks like you've been kind of feeling frozen in your life. And Tim says, he said, I'm getting her unstuck. I think there's going to be some emotional healing that comes here in the next 2 to 3 months for you, because he keeps saying to me, he says, as we get into April and May, he said she feels ready to move forward. So Tim is coming in to kind of give you some encouragement, get you unstuck and move you forward. May actually even come an issue around a job at that time, or a job shift. Because Tim says, he says she's getting the whole package, which means that you may change a job and even do a move as well this year. So let Tim guide you, but he's the name of your spirit guide. And he said, he died in 1957. And he said that, he likes to help people. He said since his death, he's been working as a spirit guide. Do you have a last name you want to give? He said not at this time, because he said there are people on the earth who would know him. So he just said, just let her know it's Tim. Okay. So that's who you want to call on. But you'll pick up his presence, because he's around you an awful lot. Okay. Hi, Michelle Fairchild. Any messages for me? You know, Michelle, I got to tell you, I'm getting sparks of beautiful flashing light around you. This tells me that you've got some fairies around you in spirit. Fae energy, the Fae people. You have a magical gift. You're connecting to Fae people. And I'd like you to explore that. You also have another guide around you, as a woman, and she gives me the name of, it sounds like, let me see, it's a Welsh name. It's kind of strange, because she said, I'm Welsh. And I'm trying to get the name. It's like Sarah, I think, but she says Sarah. It's Sarah. She says kind of an interesting accent. Sarah is her name, Sarah. And Sarah is one of your guides. She said she was a healer in Wales in the 1800s. And she said, oh, I worked with the wee folk, the fae. And she said, I'm coming in. Michelle has a gift of connecting to the fae folk. And she said, magic is in her hands. So you have some magical ability. I don't know if you've studied, any type of healing, herbology, or Wicca, but I'd like you to explore particularly Wicca because I feel that you have a soul connection to magical practice. Okay, but Sarah is guiding you and you're working with the fae. I hope that helps. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh. Hi, Tiffany Sanchez. $2 donation. Thank you, Tiffany. Bless your heart. Tiffany says, Bob, what does my energy look like today? Tiffany, I got to tell you, you're coming into this time of great clarity. I want you particularly to pay attention right now to your psychic inside, your voice. You have gift of clairaudience and clairaudience, clairsentience, and clairvoyance. Meaning you're going to have vision, you're going to hear, you're going to feel presences. You're very much in what I call receptive, psychically receptive mode. And I feel that's only going to help you going forward. So be open right now to listening to the inner voice. It is truly guiding you. And you are truly open now to letting spirit move through you. Okay? You're very much a channel. Don't be surprised if you're like driving down the road, especially if you're going by like a cemetery, graveyard, and you hear whisperings. Like you're going to have these kind of bizarre experiences. Just go with it. It's part of your energy flow and your growth. Okay. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Who is this? Sophia donated PHP 149. Sophia, that's nice. What is PHP? I don't know this. Is this I don't know what currency that is. Anyways, tell me what PHP is. I'd love to know which country you're from, okay? As for messages for you, I got to tell you, I keep getting, and now don't think I'm crazy, but I'm serious. I'm getting around you Pleiadians. You are connected to the star people, and I think that they're coming in to work with you. I think you're becoming kind of a vessel for messages from the star people. Don't be surprised if you start seeing UFOs. But it's literally, I'm hearing a vibration, like it sounds like literally motherships and UFOs passing over you. And I'm hearing people talking. I just get a jumble of voices, but somebody's talking about the Pleiadian Council is leading you. They're asking me to talk to you about writing. You might even start writing messages from Pleiadian guides, but you are being guided by Pleiadians. And there's a lady trying to come through. Hold on, let me see if I can get her voice. Fletcher, help me with the frequency. It's interesting because the alien frequency is a little different than some spirit voices. It's a little different vibration. So I'm trying to get in it. What's her name? Okay. All right. One of the Pleiadians around here, her name is Rena. R-H-I-N-A. It's pronounced Rena is what they're doing. Rena is one of your guides, and she's working with you to help you connect to Pleiadian energy. So I want you to do research on the Pleiadians, on the Pleiades star system. You can go out sky and see it. Certain times of year, sometimes a year it's not visible. I think it's visible right now at this time of year. So you might want to research the Pleiades star system, and Rena's the name of your guide. Thank you for being here. I hope that helps. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, guys, I tell you, I don't know where the time goes. We are at our hour. And I don't mean to be short, but Psychic Bob's on a schedule. I have to go to a call tonight for a private reading. But thank you for being here. And anyways, listen, if you want to get on my schedule for a private reading, please call me at my office number. It's below here in the banner, 703-825-3929. I still have a few openings for this week if you'd like to get in this week. So, private reading, for those of you who don't know, it's a full hour of you and me one-on-one. What you see here tonight is just a little snippet, but Think if you could sit down with Psychic Bob for a full hour and we'd cover all your questions. We can look at your soul journey, your past, your present, your future, your spirit guides, messages from deceased loved ones, messages from guides, all of that, past life information, and any questions that you have about your life, your soul journey, anything you want to know. So please give me a call. We'll get you on the schedule. Again, my phone number is 703-825. See below this image, you'll see it, 703-825-3929 in the ticker tape. Or you can also write to me at my email, which is psychicbobhickman@gmail.com. So, and visit my website, psychicbob.com. Okay? Guys, listen, thank you for being here. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut it short, but I do have to go to another reading tonight. But make sure to pop to my website, get my free download, Eye of the Sun God. It's available now in print copy. And visit my merch store. That print is also available in a t-shirt form, which you can purchase. And if you go to my website, check out my books. I'm a published author. Get some books, get some reading. Guys, I look forward to being with you. Listen, we'll be back here tomorrow, Wednesday, for Wicked Wednesday. We're going to have some fun. So just be here, and we'll see you then. I love all of you. Thank you for understanding. I'm not trying to cut you short, but I send blessings to all of you. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And until then, may all of you always blessed be.